Gemini, welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me today. I'm going to go ahead and do a general reading for the sign of Gemini for the first half of November 2019. Please keep in mind this is a general reading, so it's not going to resonate with every Gemini on the planet. You can always check out your moon or rising sign for further details, or feel free to check out any other YouTube reader or any other reader on YouTube, as they might be picking up on different energies that I am at this point. May resonate a little bit better with you, it may not. Who knows? If you are looking for a personal reading, you can find my information for that in the description box below. So without further ado, this is going to be for the first half of November 2019, the 1st through the 15th. I'm going to go ahead and pull a Oracle of the Angels card just to kind of get the general notion of what we may be dealing with in November. First half. What do we have for Gemini for the first half of November 2019, please? What do we have for Gemini for the first half of November 2019? Thank you. Initiation. I like that card. I like how the colors going up the steps are all like the chakras. Chakra colors. It's a cool card. Let's go ahead and read for you what that is in the book. And get the idea. Number 35. It says, every stage in life is initiation to a new, higher state of being. Through these constant, progressive initiations, we gain access to the strengths that help us grow in love and wisdom. Welcome these evolutionary passages. See them as an opening that leads you to work on your innermost being so that you can be forever lifted up by the highest ideal, God. And the affirmation is, I'm consistently being initiated into higher states of awareness. Pretty cool card. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start pulling some tarot just to get the kind of general meaning of what you guys might be going through for the first half of November. So what do we have for Gemini for the first half of November? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You guys are popping. Wow. What else do we have for Gemini for the first half of November 2018, please? What else do we have for Gemini for the first half of November 2018, please? Thank you. Let's see if there's anything else they want to give us. Anything else for Gemini for the first half of November 2018, please? Anything else for Gemini for the first half of November 2019? Gemini. Oh, okay. We'll stop there, guys. You guys got a lot. What you guys got going on? A lot of people going on. I know that much. You got the Prince of Cups and Swords. They're both in the reverse, though. It's like you could be dealing with a Pisces or a Cancer, Scorpio, which also could mean the Scorpio season. Henceforth, we are in the Scorpio new moon at this very moment. You also have Aries. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, the Ace of Wands, which is good. What I'm seeing right off the bat, you've been waiting for a new beginning. You've been waiting for your ships to come in, so to speak. Along the way, you've had a couple of pieces of bad news, and maybe that made you feel like maybe not putting in so much effort in towards whatever you are endeavoring or trying to obtain. It didn't make you want to fight for it any longer is what I'm saying. And usually when you get this Five of Wands, I usually think of people like actually fighting. But in this instance, I'm really intuitively just getting that you don't, after these two strikes of not only intellectual but also emotional strikes against you in this certain situation, you really didn't feel like putting any more effort into it or fighting for it any longer. Which in turn brought you to a new beginning, a new spiritual beginning, a new path, a new beginning of some sorts. You were no longer waiting for the results of the previous, because you did in fact get this new beginning. It's a death card, so that's what it means. Either closing out an old cycle or beginning of a new, and I think that this is precisely what that means, is you beginning a new one along with the Ace of Wands too. I think that you realized, because I'm also getting the High Priestess card, I think you realized that this past endeavor, whatever you were trying to seek out or obtain or manifest within your life, you weren't getting any kind of justice out of it, and you intuitively knew that to take a different path and stop fighting for that old and to begin something new. And I think you got exactly what you needed out of that new endeavor. It doesn't keep you up at night anymore. This new endeavor is not making you worry. It's not putting anxiety on you. It doesn't have you up at night. In fact, you're actually celebrating about it at this point. You've come into your own power, I think. Either that or you could be dealing with an Aries. And you're remaining hopeful. I think that you're really standing in your power because you have been able to take a step back and see exactly how all of this has gone down for you, and that you'd made the right choice just by intuition alone of what steps to take. So therefore, I think it's really putting you in your own power, and hopeful for this new beginning. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is start pulling some vice versa cards just to get further clarification on some of this. Should we start with, what were you? I guess it doesn't really matter what you might have missed in the past because it's in the past, right? So what was this new beginning then? Please clarify, what was this new beginning? Sorry guys, this card is okay. Okay. It was in love? Love. Awesome. You had a new beginning in love. It doesn't even necessarily have to mean a new person. It's just indicating that you have a new beginning. Maybe one way wasn't working for you, so you tried another, you know. And this could apply to really, you know, work, family, relationships. Take it however it resonates in your life, you know. What was the High Priestess? Can we clarify the High Priestess for Gemini for November, first half of November 2018? Cool. Okay, we have the Devil. Excuse me. And the Four of Cups, or I'm sorry, the Four of Pentacles. And I honestly think that this was, you used your intuition and whatever these two reverse cards up here were. Something happened where it kind of like shot down both your emotions and your intellect. or your own maybe self-worth of your intellect. You know what I'm saying? Like your own, how you perceive yourself. And I think you walked right away from that. I think you took those feelings and you did not take it into account. Because he's got his back turned towards it. So I think the minute that you were able to walk away from those certain energies that you were obtaining from that situation, you lickety split. You're out, you know? You weren't holding on to that situation anymore, which is exactly what that means. Usually if it's in the Four of Pentacles, usually means like you're holding on to something too tightly or you're being too stingy with something, but it came out that way. So then let's go ahead and clarify. Three of Cups. Please, Three of Cups. Three of Cups, please. Three of Cups, thank you. You had victory. We'll go ahead and read what this means in the book, because usually there's a different side to them. The regular Six of Wands. I'm sorry, did I say Cups before? It's Six of Wands. The Six of Wands genuinely means that you're having some kind of success. But like I said, there's two sides to this vice versa deck. So we'll go ahead and read what this side means. Success comes, here we go. When you get this side in your reading, in the flourish of victory, people tend to overlook what roles were really played in the endeavor. Mutual congratulation glosses over inequality of effort. Over time, resentment may come from the surface if recognition isn't given to those who deserve it. Financial rewards help, but over the long term, everyone needs to feel valued for their contribution to the success of the endeavor. Okay. I think maybe you need to be grateful to those around you who maybe have helped you get to this point. Those who believed in you and never gave up on you. You know, this person. Maybe be more appreciative towards them at this point in time, and it'll do great things for you. So let's go ahead and, I'm not saying that you're not, but that's generally what I'm getting from this card right now. So gotta say what it says, you know. What about advice? Do we have any advice for Gemini for first half of November 2018? Holy crap. Okay. Bunches of advice, Gemini. Bunches. We have the Ace of Swords. Again, victory. See that wreath? That always is what catches my eye in that previous card, the, where'd it go? Here. Six of Wands, is that wreath. Because it claims victory. It means victory in this card. So whenever I see that wreath, I always think victory. Because of course there's a light and there's a dark side to this card too. But I think we'll read what it says. Then you have the Hierophant. We'll read out what each of these are. You have the Five of Swords. Again, two sides. And the Princess of Cups. You got that side. This is your advice. So let's see. Go ahead and read. Oh, and the Five of Cups. Okay, so we'll start with what came out first, which was the Ace of Swords and the Hierophant. And then it was the Princess, the Five, and the Five of Cups. You guys got, whoa, 5, 5, 5 here. The Hierophant is 5. 5. 5. Maybe it means something to you, maybe it doesn't. We'll see. Alright. So, the Ace of Swords. Okay. It says, the meaning is much the same on this side with the added affirmation that your undertaking will be a success. The eagle is far-seeing and will be with you to proceed, providing clarity and empowerment. Awesome. Then the Hierophant. You got this side. It's usually that side. You got that one. Okay. The rigidity of the other side of the card has given way to freedom of thought and possibility. You have gone beyond merely questioning the perceptions of religion. Now you are ready to challenge them or rebel against them. If this isn't a situation where religious teachings are relevant, think of another situation in which you are being held back by thou shalt, and reconsider your actions. Alright. And then we have the Princess of Cups. Sorry, that's the Queen. Queen of Cups. Queen of Chalices. It's labeling it as the inner self. The Queen sits in her under the star-strewn night sky. Moonlight casts a silvery path on the water, though we cannot see the moon itself. The back of the throne reveals the myriad seashells that encrust it, which glow within the unearthly luminance. This queen has known heartbreak and loss, but rather than retreating to a shell, she has chosen to stay open to beauty and love and let it be pain, and to let pain transform into compassion. Dwelling as she does on and with the sea, she is attuned to the tides and the moon that commands them. Her dreams go deep, and she is often dream-bound long after awakening. A great blue heron is carved into the jade of her throne, symbolizing balance and self-reliance. The biggest secret this loving queen may keep is that she would be just fine on her own if she wanted to be. And we have the Five of Swords. Access how this side of the card makes you feel. Do you want to walk away from the situation, even if it means you give up what you've gained? Or do you want to move towards the next battle? Both choices present challenges and require courage. And we have the Five of Cups, or chalices, in this book. This card signals a disappointment. This card signals a disappointment has or will shortly occur. Something or someone that you love will test your heart's resilience. You may be inclined to keep to your feelings to yourself, and this is probably a good idea as you come to terms with the situation and see it more clearly. Three cups have fallen, but 2 are still standing. This is not the end of the story by any means. So, like I said before, you had something going on back here that emotionally and intellectually kind of made you fall or put you back a couple feet. You know what I'm saying? But I think through all of that, you have overcome it and you have been able to create a brand new beginning for yourself, a successful one at that. Because you also had, you have the Ace of Swords, which is success, intellectually, okay? And then you also have the Ace of Cups. Ironically enough, those two actually do kind of coincide with what you've lost, you now gain. They're both swords. Intellect, okay. What you've lost. Cups. Prince of Cups. You have now gained. I think it's all balanced out for you somehow. Along with that, you also have the Ace of Wands. So I think whatever you have done, it's your initiation to greater things. You've put in the work, you've gone through the heartache, you've gone through the battle, and you have come out on top using your intellect, your emotions, your intuition, and you have been able to balance out whatever previous situation that has been for you, and move forward to new beginnings. So congratulations to you, Gemini. Woohoo. Like I said, if you ever need a personal reading, you can find my information in the box below, and I'm going to leave you here with what we have done, and I hope that it helped. If it does, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate it, and I hope you have a wonderful beginning of November 2018. Peace.